What's up, guys? It's Big Fanny Danny, and welcome to Attacking Philosophy. Hello, on Mata. Damn, I can't sing. Let's get on with it.
Tip 1. Don't be a hero. Play it safe.
Remember, your goalkeeper has feelings too. After all, he's there when you need him. Yeah, I have space to turn into, but if he reads it, I'm gonna be pretty screwed. I can pass it, but what if Adebayor reads it? My keeper won't appreciate it. For some reason, people online don't pass back to the keeper. It's the easiest thing you can do. Just like the last play, I have space to turn into, but if I try it, I'm probably going to lose the ball. I'm being jostled, and it's not worth the risk. I suppose I can pass it, but do you see anybody open? I sure don't. Aha, now Gigi's open. Take a look at the time. That pass back led to a goal. Hey, what gives? I thought this was going to be a good tutorial. All you're doing is stating the obvious. I'm not stupid. Don't worry, it gets better, I promise. Let's get on to tip number 2. Oh, pace abuse? Who the fuck do you think you are, Big Fanny Danny? It's a conspiracy. All you're doing is trying to get more people to pace abuse online. That way I'll watch your videos. Huh? Say what? Where do they speak that? I'm gonna go to Google Translate. What? If you want to be a space abuser, you're gonna have to be able to identify a dummy run. In this example, Schweinsteiger is the one making the dummy run. It's a good run. I could play the ball over the top. It would be a highly contested shot. It's not the best of opportunities. Or because he pulled his defender, I could wait a second, look to the bottom of my screen, and there you'll see Robin, ready for the shot. Here's another example. I intercept the quick free kick. Here's my chance to counter. Here's what you're going to be watching on this play. I want you to watch my attackers. There's 1 and 2. There's only one defender there to stop them. He's going to have to track number 1. Because number 2 took the wide route, it's going to leave the defenders helpless in this situation. Ironically, I took the best option both times and I still failed to get a goal. Space, space, space. You don't need pace if you can open up your opponent's defense. Why didn't I pass here? It's simple, really. Where am I going to go with it next? If I pass it around my defense, I have a little more time to think where I can find some space and where I'm going to attack. My opponent thinks I'm going to Pirlo here, but I see 5 defenders. I don't think it's a good idea to be passing to Pirlo. Now, don't get me wrong. When I'm playing, I'm not a tactical genius. I'm not aware of everything that's going on. But this one's fairly obvious. It's a crucial error. Both the strikers are pressing the same area of the pitch. I can tell you without looking at my radar that it's going to be wide open on my left-hand side. So, let's take a look at the radar. Do you see what I see? I see acres of space. When you have time, use your radar. It is your best friend. My opponent assumes I'm going to be passing to the very first guy I see. This is not the case. Some people are good playing defense trying to predict the next pass. This guy, not so much. He's making the left flank even easier for me to exploit. Remember the radar? Let's take another look. You see Robinho? Yeah, he's open. Do you see that space between the 2 center backs? The gap's only going to get wider because this defender now has to press Robinho. My plan goes off without a hitch. Balotelli is now taking advantage of the gap. But again, he's trying to cut down every pass I'm about to make. Knowing this, I just do a skill move and now I'm by him. Now, I could try a skill move, try to cut back like most people, but I actually see a very good crossing opportunity. As you can see, Balotelli is behind the front defender here. If I could bend it around him, it'll be a goal. Now look at the other defender, the one right behind him. Robin might get a goal because he's too focused on Balotelli. If it gets by Balotelli, Robin's going to have a tap in as well. So to get this ball hopefully in this area, I'm going to hit LB, or L1 if you're on PS3, and double tap the X button, or whatever the crossing button is that you have set up. Golazo, golazo, paint me a picture, Pablo Picasso. Finding space is also very important on the counter. I have two options. Pass the ball to Schweinsteiger, who has a defender kinda near him, and Schweinsteiger is not the fastest player. Or I could look at Robin to my right. Based on the way the defender's hips are turned, he's going to be wide open. And he's very pacey, and he'll be shooting on his left. Hindsight's always 20/20, but as you can see, Schweinsteiger gets bumped by his defender. And in FIFA, they don't call that. I made the right call in my opinion. Whether I lobbed it or put it through the ground, it wasn't going to lead to anything. Just like I predicted, Robin is now behind the defense. He isn't going to shoot on his left, I was wrong about that. But he can easily cross this. Are they onside? Yes and yes. So to hit this ball through, I could probably lob it, probably lead to a goal, or I'm going to smash it across the ground. To do this, all you have to do is triple tap the X button, or whatever your crossing button is. As you can see, a little miscontrol, but Schweinsteiger still gets the goal. Ha! I just rhymed. Tip number 3. Take note of the other team's players. Because this guy is Giovinco at left wing back, Totti at left center mid, and Barzali, the slowest of his center backs, covering for them, I already know Lam and Robin on my right hand side will have room to operate. I would have put Chiellini on the left to cover for these two very attacking players. This next build-up is very interesting. As you can see, Lam has space to dribble into, but Matri is going to just close him down and force him to pass back. I'm going to play the goal in real time, and then I'll rewind and explain what happened. This is my favorite build-up even though I didn't get a goal out of it.
Huh, well, I don't see what was so special about that.
Well, if you watch the ball, it wasn't that special. If you watch the movement, that's where everything's happening. First, I want you to watch the movement of Robin. Two things happened here. Notice the defender Robin's taking with him. Now look to the bottom of your screen. All that space is now open on the right side. That's also thanks to Giovinco having no idea how to mark, but Robin created that space. You'll also notice Balotelli dropped a little deeper than normal to receive the ball, but thanks to Robin being up top, the defense still has a threat to respect. In effect, Robin is basically my striker now. This next bit of play is a little bit more instinctual. With Schweinsteiger running towards me, I allow him to take my position while swapping. Need a second look? Here's how it was, and here's how it is. The beauty of this is all my positions are still covered. Let's take a look. If you take a look to the top of your screen, on the top right you'll see Robinho is still in his left wing position. Look to the top center, Cesc is still at his left central midfield role. Look above the scoreboard, Alba still at left back, but where all the interswapping happened is on the right side. Effectively, my right winger Robin has become my striker, my right back Lam has become my right wing, and my right back is now my striker Balotelli. If you're wondering why this is, in my tactics I have it set to freeform chance creation, as well as freeform build-up. If you'd like a video on what tactics I use and a brief explanation, let me know and I'll do a video in the future. Now watch Giovinco here. Different opponent, same exact thing. He thinks I'm going to be passing to every guy I see.
Hey, you thought it was easy landing a plane on Kim Kardashian's ass. Well, here's an even easier target.
How old is Giovinco? Man, puberty hit somebody hard. Back to the action on your screen. Thanks to the oh-so-generous Giovinco, I've already decided that Philipp Lahm is going to have the wing all to himself, depending on one guy, Giorgio Chiellini. He has two options now. He can either jump back and guard Schweinsteiger, or, being that he's one of the fastest center backs in the game, he could try to meet Lahm before he could get the cross off. If I see him jump back to guard Schweinsteiger, I know that I could continue to dribble, possibly cross, look for the cutback, take it into the box myself. My options are limitless. If he decides to come out and try to defend the cross, well, there will be a lot of space behind him. I already know who I'm going to. If you play out the scenario in your head before it ever happens, you are much more prepared when you're attacking. The second I saw him jump to cut off the cross, I knew Schweinsteiger would be open right behind him. As you can see, I didn't get a goal out of it, but in my opinion, this was probably the best build-up I've had out of all the games I've shown you guys. Tip number 4.
Don't be a whore.
Oh, oops, sorry, wrong video. Learn the basic skill moves, the ones any outfield player can do. Now you guys might laugh. Come on, man, you have to have at least 4-star skills. What you're seeing here in this clip is nothing but 2-star skill moves. Any non-goalkeeper is capable of doing them. You never know when it might win you the game. The ball roll drag, all those skills are easy to do. If you're curious how I do the move you see me doing so often where I kind of sweep, I'll make a tutorial. It's up to you guys. Everybody loves skills. Chances are if you skill your opponent, they'll try to skill you right back. Just don't do too many or you'll lose the ball, like my dumbass did here. Well, that's it for now, guys. If you guys ever want maybe a follow-up video on how to play defense or anything else you guys think of, just let me know and I'll see what I can do, what footage I have. It's taken me a little bit longer than it should to be doing videos. I'm still pretty new to editing and I'm still not very good at it. Speaking of not being so good at editing, I hope to have a better little outro, maybe a picture-in-picture, something to show my previous video. For now, I'm just going to leave you guys a link. I hope to have at least 2 or 3 videos up per week. That's my goal until I start cranking it out and getting used to the whole thing. I hope you guys found this educational and hope it entertained you, and I'll see you guys next time. Whew. I kind of sound like I'm jacking off right now, but the only thing I'm finished doing is watching this damn video.